Today we're just looking at one additional type of problem, and that is where you're given 3 of the 4 coordinates of the vertices of a polygon, or a parallelogram, excuse me, and you're asked to find the 4th coordinate. Okay, there are a lot of ways to go wrong on this, so you have to be really careful. All right, so for this one, they tell us that it's parallelogram QRST. And they give us that Q is at negative 4, 2. So I'm going to plot that point. R is at 1, 6. S is at 2, 3. And then there should be 2 sides. Now you have to be really careful. A lot of times people will draw from Q to S as one of the sides. I know that that's wrong because Q and S are not consecutive letters here. I don't want to connect Q to S. I want to connect Q to R. And I want to connect R to S because those are consecutive letters. If you don't do that part right, you may get a parallelogram that's the wrong parallelogram. There's only one correct answer for this. Now, starting from the point the 2 sides have in common, so starting from R, count the slope of one of the sides. It does not matter which one you count. I always count the short one. It takes less time. So if I count the slope from R to S, I go down 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. The slope is negative 3 over 1. Now, I was using R and S. I'm finished with that. I got what I wanted. I wanted to know its slope. So now I go to the point that I didn't use before, Q, and count a slope of negative 3 to the right 1. 1, 2, 3. To the right 1 is right here. And that's where my 4th point should be. And if you draw it in, it should look like a parallelogram. Just as a reminder, these have to be done on graph paper. Okay? Now, I'm giving you, tonight, I'm giving you a worksheet. But if this was out of the book, you would need to use graph paper to do this. And then make sure to give the coordinates at the end. The coordinates of T are 3, negative 1. All right, let's try these 2. So S is at negative 1, negative 4. N is at 6, negative 7. O is at 10, negative 2. All right, it tells me the parallelogram's name is SNOW. So that means I want to go from S to N and then from N to O, because I want to go consecutively. S to N and then N to O. Carson. All right, I want to count the slope of one of the sides. It really doesn't matter which one. I'm going to count from N to O. From N to O, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to count that same slope from the other point, the third point, from S. So up 5, 1, 2, hang on a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's our final coordinate, W, and its coordinates are 3, 1. All right, let's do this last example. So F is at 8, 1. L is at 2, 5. A is at 0, 9. We've got to connect them in consecutive order. So F goes to L. And then L goes to A. From the place where those two intersect, I'm going to count the slope. It doesn't matter if I go to F or to A, I'll go to A because it's a little shorter. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 2. Don't reduce the slope. Don't make it 2 over 1. If you do that, you'll have a piece that's parallel, but it won't be the same length. So from F, we'll go up 4, and to the left 2. And that's where T is. And when you connect it, it should look like a parallelogram. So the coordinates of T are they at 6, 5? Is that right? Thank you. Okay. Your worksheet is your homework. You've got between 10 and 15 minutes, so I expect you to be working on this.